Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a quick video talking about the alignments. What's the transit? What are we sitting in? That's trans. Nah, I don't know. Fuck all that. I don't want to bring that into the situation because at the end of the day, trans is not related to that. It's just trans as in a transit, a transportation, going from one thing to another. Trans. That's what trans really means. So, but anyways, that's besides the point. When it comes to the transits that are going on right now, right? I wanted to talk about the fact that we're in Libra moon. I did talk about it a little bit in my other video, but I really wanted to go into more detail. When it comes to Libra moon, Libra is all about balance, fairness, relatability. So we're going to be relating to people's emotions during this time, or you may be relating to your emotions on a more different level. And whether or not this is balanced or not will depend on your own seeds that you've planted for yourself. So if you're on the lower octave end and you've planted bad seeds for yourself, then you obviously experience more imbalances within your life. So people might take advantage of you or so on and so forth. And that's not to say as well, I want to put this as a preface. Just because someone's taking advantage of you or that using energy is around you during this time, that does not mean you planted bad seeds. I don't want people to get the wrong idea as well. During this time, actually, Libras and Tauruses, it may actually be. Actually, let me not say that because I don't know. I don't know 100% about that. What's it called? Anyways, when it comes to Libra, it's about fairness and balance. So, balancing your emotions or bringing fairness and balance to the way that you feel or the way that you relate to others. And because it's tied to the moon, it's all about what kind of stuff are you receiving? What kind of stuff are you attracting towards you? What kind of world are we in? So that's all things that are tied to the moon planet. So when it comes to Libra, you're going to be attracting balanced situations or imbalanced situations. So that's where I think that's where I got the concept or was trying to go with the other thing, how I was saying Libras might be taken advantage of. So because there's that balance or that imbalance of relating, I think that's where that comes from when it comes to being taken advantage of. And Libras also, shout out to Libras as well. Libras also can be on more of the opposite end, where because Libra is the opposite side of sign of Aries, so Libras can be very imbalanced in their relationships, where they will overly compensate for the external or overly give themselves to their relationship, and so on and so forth. So, as a Libra, this is something you guys need to watch out for to be a little bit more selfish because you have to learn from your opposite sign, which is Aries. And Aries can be known to be selfish, but Aries will get lost into the selfish energy where Libra will get lost into the selfless energy. So see how it plays out like that. It's two ends of the same coin. So you might think you're doing something different, but you're playing out as the same energy just on two opposite spectrums, two opposite ends. So that's what makes the signs really different. But that's another video. Anyways, we're talking about Libra being either in balance or in imbalance. So right now, either have a balance with your emotions or an imbalance with your emotions. A balance with what you're relating to, or you may be relating to certain things tied to the emotions, tied to the internal realm. So that's also what What Libra is tied to is relating, relationships, anything you relate to. It could be a person, place, thing, could be a concept, like. But if you're relating to it, that's related to the Libra energy in itself. So yeah, even that, like relating to the Libra energy, that's Libra energy. So seventh house relatability. So when it comes to the things that you're relating to, what's the code? You're going to be relating to all types of shit, but when it comes to, sorry, that like, what are you even saying? Relating to all types of shit. When it comes to the moon, when it comes to the moon, you're going to be relating to the internal, the feminine aspect of things, the world that we're in. So you may be relating to the world or developing relationships or relating to things in the world that are more in tune or out of tune with your own moon. So depending on if you planted good seeds or bad seeds will determine that too. So if you're relating to shit that's out of tune with your moon, then obviously, you'll be relating to more stuff during this time that's out of tune. And if you're relating to things that's in tune with your moon, which is just in tune with the things that that you want to see, that you receive, who you are on the internal, because the moon's related to your internal. That's like your internal world. That's like before you go out and externalize and express and act on things, you feel first, right? You go to your moon first. So that's how you react to the world. So that's like your first reaction. That's your first, so a closest thing you can relate to, like your first mind when it comes to astrology, but it's not even that. But it's the closest thing you can tie to that. And then so you'll be either relating to things that are more in alignment with your moon, with your your first reaction, your first mother, your first womb that you created for yourself, or you'll be relating to stuff that's not in relation to your first mother, your first womb. So that'll help you to indicate where you're at right now and how you can take steps to plant more better seeds for yourself in the future. And then because we're in Virgo sun, there's like daily rituals and aspects. I'm pretty sure I already broke down a little bit of Virgo, but basically Virgo is like what kind of routine and pattern, what kind of structures, what kind of daily rituals are you putting for yourself to be able to create the reality that you want to see, right? So anything during this time, any ritual or routine that you put in, and rituals at the end of the day, get out of that spookism mindset. If you're thinking and hearing me say rituals and then thinking, oh, rituals, and you're thinking that I'm thinking about like some kind of candles, some kind of spell where you have, oh, you pull out the cards and you pull a card. No, bitch. If you haven't freaking learned by now with getting out of that spookism shit, rituals are when you do something on a day-to-day basis. So anything can be a ritual. You having a shower every day is a ritual. So don't get it twisted. I just had to pull that out like for a split second there. Sorry if anyone got offended. I mean, well, sorry if I was rude. And really, I'm not sorry if anyone gets offended because that's on you. But sorry if I was rude about that because, I got to do my own shadow work. Sorry if I came across as rude because I really just felt like that was a necessary thing to point out to anybody who may be getting lost into spookism and thinking that rituals is related to like witchcraft and shit, which it is. Don't get me wrong, it's related to witchcraft. But you do witchcraft every single day. You jumping in the shower and washing your ass is a form of witchcraft. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it fumbungled. All right, bitch? Because if you get things fumbungled, then everything's going to be discombobulated. And if fumbungled is just going to leave you into a fucking fumbungalow version of reality where you're just like stuck in that bungalow in the back of your parents' yard and you're not even getting out. You're not even going out and experiencing the world. You're just fumbungled, like, sorry, I just made up that word on the spot, but you get the concept. Fumbungled, bitch. Don't get fumbungled in the world. Don't get fumbunculated. Don't get fumbungalized and then make yourself think that everything's spookism or everything's like crazy out there. You do this shit every day. You read character every day. So you look at readers and tarot readers and you think that they're doing something out there. No, you read people's character every single day. They're just pulling up cards and now they're showing you with the cards and this and shit how to do it. But at the end of the day, you read people's character every single day. It's not about spookism shit. But that's besides the point. Well, no, it's not besides the point. I need to stop saying that. That's what's it called? That's just a little side note that I wanted to put in there. So when it comes to the daily rituals and routines that you're doing every day, what kind of stuff are you planting? What kind of seeds are you planting? And that'll indicate what kind of stuff you're manifesting for yourself during this time. And if you want to be more in alignment with the alignments right now to help yourself have a more smoother outcome, then you can develop a routine or a ritual or daily routine for yourself. Set a time every day for you to be able to fall into that, for you to be able to develop, because everything's related to the season. So when I say fall, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Virgo is related to like either fall or winter time. So it's like that energy of going within, I'm pretty sure it's winter because Virgo is like the hermit, so going within. So that's why Virgo is the hermit, because it's the middle of winter time, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. And you're going within, you're going within your house to gain shelter, to get warm, you've got the blankets and shit like that. So right now, if you're on the my side of the world, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, wherever the heck else is part of this side of the world, you'll be experiencing the complete opposite. So actually, it's coming into more spring, summerish kind of energies right now. But they invented this form of astrology, Western astrology. That's why it's called Western astrology or tropical astrology. They invented that in the Western hemisphere of the world. So it goes by the Western hemisphere, or whatever seasons they have, seasonal transits they have on that side of the world. But don't get it twisted, it's based off the characteristics of the seasons. So you go within, do your routines and patterns, go within your own world and develop your own rituals and routines and patterns. And that's how you can align with the alignments as above. So you not be like walking around being flunked as fuck, and everybody can look at you as an example of what not to do. If you do that, develop that routine or pattern for you to lean into, for you to gain warmth and shelter with, because that's what you're really doing with that routine and pattern. You're like going into that routine and pattern to help that, to shelter you from the harsh winter, the harsh cold reality of whatever seasonal transit we're going through right now, right? So when you do that, then you're aligning more with those alignments, and you're developing a more smoother transition, and you can be more of an example of what to do rather than what not to do in the world right now during the transits, and so on and so forth. So it's really it's like acting in accordance to the current energy that we're experiencing, and it's not about not doing what you were doing already. Like, you can still do what you wanted to do, just adjust it to the Virgo energy, develop some kind of routine or pattern behind it. And it doesn't even have to be related to what you want to do, just as long as you have a routine or pattern, a ritual, or something that you do every day at a specific time. And then you're adding structure, you're adding order to it. So you'll get structure back, you'll get ordered. Sorry, guys. You'll get orderly energies right back towards you, So that's how you can manifest more of a structured, orderly routine or pattern for yourself, and you'll develop more of that energy in your life in areas that aren't even related to whatever structure or routine or pattern you're developing right now. You'll develop other routines and other patterns in areas that's not even connected to that, because you're channeling that energy of being in the Virgo. So more you channel that energy of being in Virgo, the more you'll reap the benefits of the transit that we're going through right now, so on and so forth. If we were in the Leo season, or like we're coming into Libra season after Virgo season, the more you channel that energy of being relatable, relationships, or being in balance, the more you channel those energies in Libra season, the more you will channel the benefits of what Libra can offer you, developing good relationships, developing so on and so forth. So right now, the focus is routines and patterns. So you're going to be able to, if you focus on that routine or pattern and that ritual every day, then you'll be able to manifest more structured and organized energies for yourself in every area of your life. So that's how that Virgo sun can play out for you guys. Also, if you're on the opposite end, like if you're an Aries, what's it called? If you're an Aries right now, because you're on the opposite sign, you may like, some of the things you may want to do may not be so, how do I say, may not always be the right thing to do, because the opposite sign is in the moon right now. So how you feel, how you want to act may be opposite to how the world that we're in, the space that we're in right now. So you may need to adjust things and be a little bit more relatable during this time, or just be like have more grace for others around you, so that you're not like being so harsh, or having like an expectation for the others around you, or putting your vision, your concepts, your fire, your Aries onto others, you know, understanding that like Libra moon right now, some people might be a little bit flunked. They might be, you know, compromising, overcompensating, or they may be, you know, not flunked. But if they are flunked, it's just you during this time may need to have a little bit more patience, have a little bit more compassion or love for them during this time, which is more of that Venus energy, which is more of your opposite sign. Because Aries ain't about that. Like, you know, Aries don't give two shits at the end of the day. Aries is going to do what an Aries is going to do, regardless of what you think, regardless of how you feel. So, but during this time, a little bit more of that energy of giving a fuck during this time. So be mindful of that, Aries, during this time. And then Virgo sun. So if you're opposite to the Virgo sun, what's opposite to Virgo? Let me think, hold on. So opposite to Virgo, I'm pretty sure is Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. So Pisces, you may need to act a little bit more structured, act a little bit more routine or pattern. You may feel during this time you just want to be in la la land, or be all up in the clouds, or be all up in your imagination, or be all up in your emotions. Now by me, a little bit more of a time for you to benefit from being a little bit more practical, being a little bit more structured, developing more of that routine and pattern like Virgo does, and learning a little bit from the Virgo sign for you to be able to develop a more like solid foundation for yourself during this time. Otherwise, if you're too much in the clouds, if you're too much in your emotions, you may end up manifesting a circumstance or a situation that you don't actually benefit from, or that just puts you 10 steps backwards during this time as well. So being mindful of that. For our Pisces as well, moon, sun, moon, and rising, but mainly sun, because that's the transit that's going on right now, sun and Virgo. So being aware of that and being able to adjust it a little bit. You know, it's not about not being a Pisces, it's not about not being in Aries, it's about just adjusting your sign so your energy is a little bit more in alignment with the alignments now, because you remember you're an opposite sign, right? And then based on the planet will determine how harsh or how smooth things are going to be. For the Aries, you may experience things a little bit on the harsher side because it's Venus and Mars. Those are two planets that don't really fuck with each other so much. But if you're on the Virgo and the Pisces side, Pisces, you're a little bit more able to have a little bit more leeway during this time, because as a Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and these signs are like they more fuck with each other during this time. They're more in resonance with each other, so they're not going to be such a frictious or a harsh kind of energy during this time, but there still could be during this time. So just being mindful of that too. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and do that, give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the alignments, the energy right now, how you guys can act in order to be in a little bit more alignment during this time, so you're not so flamboyant, was the word I said, I'm pretty sure. If you're not so flamboyant, then, you know, you can rise above the water, or rise above the esoteric waters and stay afloat. You know, just keep swimming, bish. Just keep swimming, Miss Dory. So, Finding Nemo. I don't know why in my head I'm like, Finding Nemo might be significant to someone, but no, bish. I'm not doing a reading. That was my last video. I did a reading in my last video, but regardless, let's not get too flamboyant. And yeah, I just why was that so funny to me? What the fuck? Anyways, hope you guys I hope you guys have a great time, day, momentary, wherever you are. And yeah. Laters, alligators.